It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the lakes of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down, but because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Back to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's Peoples. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Wolverines will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan, Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking for a gap. It's Peoples. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
They could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Now the play fake. He unleashes a long one. Reels it in down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
Holds it in on the left. Off to the races. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 4 over Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. Finding an escape route. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's reverse. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Sayin. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in, it's Peoples. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. He'll throw on third down. He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. Here comes the heat. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Send the tight end in motion. Looking for room, it's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Stewart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage. They've got some zone beaters as well, and you just saw one there on the crossing route.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. on the run, it's Marshall. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's crease court. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
He's got him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Started on this drive from the 24. The give on the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayed. Finds his man, it's Porter. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting that running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half.
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now, 1st and 10 from the 22. They'll go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end now in motion. The snap sets up the throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. Brings into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He'll take a shot. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
Man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that.
Time to take a shot. He's got it all right. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It's complete to the right. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through, and he's down to the 31.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got it behind the line. It's crease corner. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Leaves it with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. The play-action fake. That's reeled in. It's Jones. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Graham. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Finds his man. It's Miller. Bust through behind his pad. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Let's go. Wants to adjust the pattern. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. To the air. It's Sayin. The quick out. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Michigan, 45. Ohio State, 28.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a... Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Sayin. Quick completion on the out route. Man, a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Offense in a bunch formation. Handoff from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to fire on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll try the run. Finds a little space. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Let's see what they've got on second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the runner paid the price on that one. Nobody blocked the middle linebacker. He came through that hole unencumbered and laid the lumber on that tackle for loss.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got the first down and more. All down, and he has enough to move the chains. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really
quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
They punt it away on 4th down. You hope your punter can flip the field. Couldn't do it this time as the ball is down just inside the 40. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Got a man. It's Miller. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, his head is spinning. Back to throw, it's Sayed. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year,